game. Jokic, obviously a center. Jovic, a wing player. But this guy's got great size and skill, and people will know this name over the next few years.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Out of bounds. Miami ball. Heat substitution.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the inside. Kicks it out to Hero. Into the lane. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, there he is showing off his speed. Hero cuts to find the basket.
And Drummond throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Hero, that's a 2-pointer. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Make some noise, fans. Allow.
And the Heat making a change here. The 76ers trail. There's 1:38 left in the first half of the game. Maxey, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Outside, Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Back over to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. That free throw, no good. Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
There's Hero with the three. Rebound by the 76ers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on the free throw.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Well, you want to talk about upside. VJ Edgecombe has as much as anyone in this class, except for maybe the top pick, Cooper Flag.
Pass to Ware. Here's Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Softly drops in the floater. Adebayo's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
Wow, that is a tough shot. Adebayo going to the floater.
Here's Maxey. And Ware pulls it down. And it's the Heat with the ball. And here's Adebayo outside. And now the 76ers on the break. And Adebayo sends it back. And a deep three from Hero. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Miami ahead, leading by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers trail by 3. Down low. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And keeping that head on a swivel. Maxey anticipating his man to be there off that pick and roll and delivers a nice dime. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. To stand, multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Here's Edgecombe. To the middle. Left block shot on the way. Rebound by the Heat. Mitchell outside. Here's Hero. It's good. Hero's got 12 points in the game.
Well, when Hero gets his offense going, he holds nothing back. He just keeps pouring it on.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And the jumper falls for him.
Well, I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but he drained it.
Mitchell with it. Nothing on the board. Pass to Hero. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Clock at 4. Adebayo the screen. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 3. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Now Mitchell. Outside, Adebayo. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The 76ers trailed by 3. Outside, George for the tie. Sinks the triple. George has got 10 points.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Mitchell with the steal. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back to you guys.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And he drives in, lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 1-point Miami lead.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
Pass to Powell. Adebayo the screen. The high post shot. The shot by Powell, no good. .109 left here in the third quarter. Now here's Embiid. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Left side, Hero. Basket counts. Hero's got 14 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Maxey gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Here's Adebayo. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
Joel Embiid.
That one on Embiid.
Personal foul.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
The 76ers trail by 3. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's George driving inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 12.
And this is George at his best, taking it at the defense, playing downhill.
And Adebayo throws it down.
The assist.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
That's the end.
Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Miami Heat. He finishes with 9.
Miami. 50. It all comes down
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Larson. Here's Powell. Pass to Larson. Back to Powell. Shoots over Embiid. The shot by Powell, no good. The 76ers trailed by 3. Edgecombe with it. And Ware pulls it down. Powell with it. Picked up by Edgecombe. Pass to Ware. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Pass to Powell. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Erik Spoelstra's huddle. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we do. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Assisted bucket. Hold on!
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And it's tied up with that one. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, defensively, if you're letting Adebayo get rolling, it's time to rethink your approach.
Assertive move by Embiid.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Off the glass.
And this is who Drummond can be, an offensive anchor who can dominate once he gets cooking.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The shot is good!
Well, they're right to trust Hero in these moments. He's a very reliable scoring option.
And he gets it to go!
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Drummond the screen. Oh, what a finish!
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now, Adebayo. Outside Wiggins. Now, Adebayo. Embiid with the steal. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
He makes the first of 3, and that narrows the gap to 1. The second one drops, and that ties the game up. And so he's good in all 3 free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Maxey rips down the rebound. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. George. Here he goes.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Now, Adebayo.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now Embiid. Lock at 6. George driving to the basket.
And they still have a foul to give at this point. They're looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ballgame.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
That'll be a 5-second call. Maxey. Here's the drive. And he blows the dunk. What in the world happened? So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.